Swallowed Star 523 Golden Horned Beasts Change. Chapter 523 Golden Horned Beasts Change. Palace Level 3. Luo Feng, who was dressed in the bronze armor, swiftly left the training room and exited the palace entrance. To the huge pit quarters. Luo Feng looked up in the sky at the red killing aura that was revolving, and he rushed into the sky. So, the huge pit was very deep. Luo Feng continued to fly upwards. 97. 97. Two voices resounded in his mind, causing him to stop and float in mid-air. To be able to detect him without him even knowing, other than Baku within the palace and Qin Yo, only the two captains of the Blood God Guards would be able to do it. Luo Feng looked around and floated there, replying respectfully. Captain, Vice Captain. 97. Where are you heading to train? A thick voice resounded around him. Captains, for the past 2 years, I have been training in a cave along the mountain wall above. Luo Feng explained. Hence, I'm prepared to head there. 97. This high-altitude region is mine and Number 2's jurisdiction. The voice continued. You'll be safer training below. Of course. The Lord has ordered that no one is to leave more than 100,000 kilometers away. You can go to your cave quarters. However, we cannot observe and guarantee your safety. The two captains of the Blood God Guards were sector lords. The two of them released their world energy around to scan. While training, they naturally maintained their surveillance. However, their range was limited. The moment there's danger, I will come down immediately. Luo Feng said respectfully. Since you insist, then go on. Right. Luo Feng bowed respectfully and immediately rushed into the sky. Deep in the huge pit, within the platforms of uneven walls on the side of the mountains, there was a tall and sturdy bronze armored silhouette sat crossed-legged. This 97 is extremely gifted, and the Lord favors him too. However, the most important thing to becoming a Blood God Guard is loyalty. Number 2, from what I see, this 97 hasn't completely submitted to the Lord yet. Number 1. A noise resounded from 10,000 kilometers away on yet another platform. Geniuses are all confident and proud. It won't be easy to get him to submit completely. He also only submitted from being forced by the Lord. Let's just see how it goes. The Lord will be training for a while. In the meantime, we will observe him. If we find any other motives of his, it won't be too late to kill him. You are right. If and once we find enough evidence, we'll kill him. The two sector lords at a distance of 10,000 kilometers communicated and made decisions. Even though the group of Blood God Guards treated him well, they were still ultimately most loyal to the Blood God Ba Qi. Loyalty and strength couldn't be lacking at all. And Luo Feng obviously hadn't received the recognition of the group of guards yet, especially the two sector lords, who had special privileges. They always observed the other guards and had the right to punish them. Ancient God ruins, huge pit quarters. A green light pierced through the cave, following which it condensed. It was the bronze-armored Luo Feng. He sat on the stone chair excitedly. This purpose of this communication device is to keep track of me. Luo Feng looked at his bracelet. If I leave more than 100,000 kilometers away or destroy it, it would arouse the attention of the Blood God. However, since there's no danger and instead there are benefits, I have no need to leave. I'll temporarily remain loyal here as a Blood God Guard. Luo Feng smiled. He flipped his hand. In his palm, a space ring and a black stone appeared. This black stone was the Masha transformed body. The space ring held within it the 15 Blood River crystals. He had acquired 14 in Swallow Mound City. Killing the Undying Shrine Genius gave him 1 more, and Qin Yo had given him another 2. And his earth body had already absorbed 2, hence he had 15 left. Let's begin. Luo Feng muttered within. Shwa! The black stone touched the space ring and immediately vanished into his palm, entering his internal world. Internal world. The skies were engulfed in endless gold mist. This vast continent was completely gold, and only the edges were black, and this continuous mountain range was at least 10 kilometers long. Shwa! The black stone appeared beside this black mountain range, following which it transformed into a black-clothed Luo Feng. In his palm was a space ring, the ring which held the 15 crystals. Right now, the internal world could take in foreign items that he brought in and not destroy them. Other living things that tried to enter would all be destroyed. Whether it was swallowing some life form or materials, all of them would be digested. If he overate and couldn't digest everything, it would bloat the internal world and it would implode. 15 blood river crystals, mysterious crystals. It's a pity that only flesh and blood life forms can absorb it. The Masha Luofeng held the space ring. It's too bad that the Masha couldn't absorb the crystals. Rumble. The black mountain range beside suddenly began to move, completely standing upright. This was a beast whose body alone reached 60 kilometers. As for its 4-hoof claws, every one of them were thick. Its thickest thigh portion was 6 kilometers thick. The thinnest parts were 3 to 4 kilometers thick. It was simply like 4 heavenly pillars. Any one claw alone was taller than the Himalayan mountains. As for its cold, dark golden eyes, every pupil was like a large lake, like 2 dark golden suns staring down. Terrifying. Even looking at it myself, I find the golden horned beast terrifying. Masha Luofeng looked up at the golden horned beast and muttered, "The universe has so many forms of life forms. Every one of them can be separated into countless divisions of races and clans. Of all the life forms, the golden horned beast stands above all. Just its physical structure alone holds terrifying strength. This pure brute force could easily kill human warriors 2 to 3 levels above it. Plus its natural talents. Right now it is also training deities of the world. Even if my Masha body meets the golden horned beast, it would have to flee too." Masha Luofeng muttered. Compared to the golden horned beast, maybe the Masha clan body was better at assassination. However, when facing one head-on, it was much weaker. The golden horned beast was naturally intrepid with its natural abilities, making it incomparably powerful. Howl! The tall black mountain-like beast raised its head and howled. The howl shook the land and skies, following which it extended its right claw, and Masha Luofeng took 1 blood river crystal and placed it on it. The golden horned beast's 2 sun-like eyes gazed at the crystal on its claw, following which its claw opened and grabbed. The sharp blade-like claws slashed its palm and cut through the black scales and skin. Fresh blood seeped out. The golden horned beast carefully used its spirit energy to control the crystal.
The crystal was gently placed on the wound. The wound was at least 10 m long. The crystal simply dropped right in, and a formless energy swiftly rushed through the golden horned beast's body. Rumble! Kill! Kill! The killing intent rushed into its body. The golden horned beast's willpower was Luofeng's willpower, condensed and solid like a blade. This little killing aura didn't even do anything. Chi-chi! Red threads of energy poured out from the crystal and followed the slash wound swiftly deep into the golden horned beast's bones and muscles. Immediately a special change began to occur in its right claw. The scales there and the claws began to change. The bones and muscles too began to change. Everything was very familiar. In an instant it ended. The absorption of the first crystal was a success. What's going on? How can this be? Using his spirit energy, he scanned the golden horned beast's every part. He was very shocked. How can it be that only this right claw changed? The golden horned beast lowered its head, and its golden eyes carefully examined its right claw. It had just absorbed the first crystal, however it was completely different from his human body absorbing the crystal. Even though that blood river crystal held within it a mysterious energy, that energy however only produced a special change in its right claw. As for the rest of the beast itself, like its trunk and body, wings, the other 3 claws, tail, head, there wasn't any changes at all. Damn, it can't be. Don't tell me. Standing beside the golden horned beast, Masha Luofeng looked at the huge mountain-like golden horned beast. Immediately his eyes gleamed. Is it because its body is too huge? A tub of water is enough for 1 man to bathe. However, it takes an entire river for the golden horned beast to shower. I think it's this theory. The golden horned beast's body is too huge. Its bones, muscles and cells etc. are too numerous. To be able to make everything change, the amount of blood river crystal energy needed must be much more. Hence, 1 blood river crystal can only cover this right claw. Even the elbow couldn't be reached. Luofeng had guessed it. Rumble! The golden horned beast waved its right claw, triggering the blood river energy from within. A simple blood-red engraving appeared on the surface. Its control of the universe energy itself was clearer and cleaner. Chi! It tore through the sky, causing a 10 kilometers long slash through the ground. It's indeed easier. Within this one claw, its power was raised by 20 to 30%. Since that's so, if I put the other crystals into the other claws, I am sure that the other claws and tail would only raise by 20 to 30%. Since that's so, why not make the strong stronger? Luo Feng immediately decided. I'll continue with the second crystal. Make the strong stronger. Let its strength get even more exceptional. The black-clothed Luo Feng placed another crystal into the right palm of the beast. The golden horned beast's incomparably huge golden eyes stared at the palm, after which it sliced another wound through the scales. Chi! The scales split apart, fresh blood seeped out, once again touching the blood river crystal. Everything was as Luo Feng had predicted. After defending against the rush of killing intent, the blood threads of mysterious energy entered its right claw. Immediately the bones, muscles and scales began to change from deep within. The range of its change was exactly the same as the first crystal. Just the right claw, not even reaching close to the elbow. Once everything had finished, the golden horned beast once again waved its right claw, triggering the mysterious energy. This right claw, compared to before the absorption, its power has risen about 50%. It's exactly the same as the human body absorbing the crystals. The only difference is, the crystal completely engulfs the entire human body. As for the golden horned beast, it only changed the right claw. Continue. On to the third. Absorbing 3 crystals would allow one to gain the title Blood Warrior. There should be something special. Luo Feng anticipated.